Yeah. What's up, people? Party people. What up, Air Dragon? What up, Brenda G? With the 4 months. Hells to the yeah. How are you guys doing today? And we got ads. Milky Row over on Kick. Hello, dear. You stream pretty good. That's why I followed you. We're not interested. Goodbye. Thank you for the follow, Milky. What up, Air Dragon? How are you guys doing? Squeak official. What up, Squeak? You get hype? How you guys doing today? Let's get it. Yeah, we are back again. Last Epoch. We are playing Druid. Herp. Hope you're all having a good one today. We are currently level 85 with this guy, so yeah. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you. I hope your Christmas or Kwanzaa or whatever you celebrate went well. And here's to the new year. Here's to the new year, Squeak. Yeah. So we are going to go ahead and get started here pretty soon. I'm going to go ahead and turn this music down just a tad. We're level 85 Druid. We are going to be doing some more monoliths, and yeah, we are focusing on swipe. Currently we are using a guide that I haven't referenced in quite some time. I should probably take a look at said guide. And we still have ads. Thank you, Jeff Bezos. Okay, so let's go check out our guide. Well, not our guide. We're checking out the guide we're using. Wow, they changed this site 100%. Okay, where's last Epoch? There we go. We got last Epoch. Let's look at build guides. Play style. We are playing Primalist with the Druid Mastery. Using the Swipe Werebear. So, okay. They recommend stacking, it looks like, strength. Using Aurora's Time Glass. Siphon of Anguish, +4 to swipe. It looks pretty standard. Recommending the strength, recommending the melee crit strike chance, and the melee lightning damage. Goody. Okay, well, we are part of the way there. Let's drop this stuff off. I'd kind of like to make this my own, though. Not gonna lie, I had a ton of fun when I did the Void Knight build that was completely our own. I feel like we can do pretty well for ourselves. It's just I've never played Primalist before. Well, technically I played a whatchamacallit, we played Shaman before. Let's get into it. Hope you're all having a fabulous day. I know I am. So yeah, we're close to the boss in this one. So what we're doing right now is we're going around and we're getting all of our blessings. And then we will be ready to start pushing corruption. You're doing a self-build Void Knight as well? Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's fun, especially when you understand how the class works, the Sentinel class works. Because I had no idea what I was doing with Paladin. We were able to get into Empower Monoliths, and then I was hitting a wall, so I followed a guide. But when I created the Void Knight, that one was completely all my knowledge of the Sentinel class, and I was able to do something. Whereas I haven't really played Primalist too much, so I'm following a guide. But I'm already getting the itch to modify it. There we are currently shredding. Druid looks really cool so far. Yeah, Druid's been a blast. You should call this guy the Wolverine, man. Forget being a werebear, just be a Wolverine. Oh yeah. Pick. Well, we're not gonna pick that up. Let me see. Could we optimize this some more? Well, I don't know about optimize, but could we play with this? The thing about Druid has a lot of these like aspects, like aspect of the boar or aspect of the shark, and these can be really important, like this one right here, aspect of the boar, for duration when hit by melee attack, a buff that reduces damage taken by 15%. You can get this to also grant an additional 15% damage reduction and increase your health regen. And it's these sneaky little things in here that kind of throw me off, like, because they got all these different aspects, all these different little buffs that I just got to learn. Sentinel kind of has some of those too. I was learning when I was doing the Void Knight, you know, like Void Essence and various void effects that happen that I had to pay attention to, because I was just kind of flying right by them without realizing, like, hey, this is a serious buff. This almost feels mandatory, just to, I mean, so aspect of the boar gives you a 15% damage reduction. This implies grants additional damage reduction. This implies that we get an additional 15%. So if that's a 30% damage reduction, man, this is like mandatory for every Druid build or whatever build you're running out there. I feel like it is. If you're going to get hit, now obviously it only happens if you get hit by a melee attack, not a ranged attack, a melee attack. And then aspect of the shark. Aspect of the shark, granted on when we do a melee attack. Every 5 seconds, your next melee attack deals increased damage. What are we? You have increased strength and werebear form, so we probably want to do that. This is going to be nice for our endurance. No rage out of decay. Increased damage while transformed. I'd be curious what we could get out of just this tree and then maybe just squeaking by with this, but we probably got to take these minimum points right here just to get there. Yeah, that's a lot of damage reduction for sure, Mr. Squeak. Or Miss Squeak, I suppose. I can't see anything. Oh, they have critical strike avoidance. I wasn't even paying attention. Oops. How long is that going to be a thorn in my side? Yeah, this hurts. This hurts. Okay, let's see. Oh, man. Thorn Slinger could be fun. +1 to all physical damage skills. This is no longer a physical damage skill. It's now a lightning skill. The guide does not call for this, but I mean, come on. Stormhide Paws, bro. What? Static Shell. Like, this is something I'd like to try out. I'd like to try out something like Static Shell. 44% chance to shock attackers. I mean, we'd be giving up a ton of resistance. But, dude, it'd be nice. 8% chance to cast static when hit. Oh. I mean, the armor value's not that great, but it's better than what we currently got. Dude, let's just try it. We're gonna take a massive health decrease, but I think that could be a lot of fun. Minion health, lightning resistance, 10% endurance. That could be fun. Howl of the West Wind. Movement speed, 30% increased movement speed, 38% more physical ailment damage to moving enemies. Okay. That's throwing damage. What are we rocking right now? That's okay. So we're low on that. We did lose a decent amount of health, a lot, like over 400. Well, let's just try out Static Shell and see what it does, man. Like, this could be a lot of fun. Okay, so we got a chance to shock attackers. So they have to hit us. 9% more. So if we can shock an enemy, we can do a lot of extra damage. Do we have an ability to shock? Okay, 65% chance to shock, ignite, and chill on a hit with our Rainbow's Edge. So that could possibly work with our Static Shell. Is all that lightning being caused by Static Shell? I mean, that'd be dope if it is. Because we're just not normally doing... Okay, there's the lightning again. What's causing that? I want to know what that is, because I kind of mindlessly just followed the guide. I didn't read anything. Now I feel like I'm a moron. I almost feel like just stripping everything off of this guy and then building a lightning swipe build up from the ground up. You think so? Yeah, because, like, that's dope right there. Like, hey, hit me, bro. Hit me. There's just lightning raining from the sky. Who knows if this is good? It seems cool. Jeez. Hit me! I don't remember seeing the big strikes before that, just the ones in your swipe. Exactly, I don't remember seeing that. Yeah, because I ran one without it. So okay, that's sad. This is satisfying. And look at this. We gain 116% more armor against enemies that are shocked. Now look at this. Our Rainbow's Edge has a 65% chance to cause shock, ignite, and chill. Oh, bro. Okay, what does the static charges do? Okay, we gain static charges when we're hit, and then we have an 8% chance to cast static. So what does static do? This cast is affected by static skill tree. It only works if static is equipped. Okay, I'm guessing static is a mage ability, so static means nothing. Okay, so static charges and static mean absolutely nothing. We can't use that. We are using the lightning damage to shocked enemies, the armor against shocked enemies, and the 44% chance to shock attackers. Okay, so we're probably going to want percentage lightning damage. I think we got that on our belt, because this melee lightning damage is not going to do anything, because that's only for melee. Obviously, this is probably... Yeah... Obviously, this is probably intended for a mage, but still, it works with our current build. It's just right now we're giving up a ton by not using this, because that 32% health right there, that's a tier 7. That's a tier 7 32% health, but... Like you were saying, Squeak, that was really satisfying, having them hitting us and then lightning just pouring down all over the place, just eviscerating those guys. Oh, LP2. Maybe there's a Druid Lightning unique. There's this one, Stormhide Pause. Every 3 seconds, your next swipe has a 100% chance of its base damage being converted to lightning, and it deals 37 melee lightning damage. It gives us increased lightning damage and cold damage, health, +1 to all attributes, and +43 health. So we're using this heirloom right here, but we just found an LP2 version of it. Increased duration of stuns received. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Reduces durations of stuns on you. But that's an 83% increased duration of stuns received. This implies that stuns are going to last 83% longer. I could be misreading this. Interesting. We should also... Not sure if I got to the legendary potential part of the game yet. Yeah. Squeak, let me show you. Legendary potential. What you got to do is you got to find this dungeon right here, the Temporal Sanctum. Now, this is assuming you have... You need a couple things. A, you need to have a unique with legendary potential. It's in the name. You got to have a unique with legendary potential. On top of that, you need to have an exalted of the same type. In this case, if I have a legendary potential ring, I need to find a exalted ring with affixes, presumably that I would like to have. So now we got those two parts. Next, you're going to need a temporal sanctum key that can get you into the dungeon. Now you get all that. You find the dungeon. You get it unlocked. I'm not going to go through getting it unlocked. You find the dungeon. Let's say you do that. Now you're at the temporal sanctum. You're in Monolith level 65. Is it doable at that level? Yes, sir. So here, I'm going to go to the temporal sanctum real quick. I probably have a few of those keys. Yeah, absolutely. So what you do, you go over here, you grab a key. I'm not going to run it, but you grab a key. It looks like that temporal sanctum key. You walk up to this door. Now it's going to be like, yo, give me the key. So you got to click and drag. I'm guessing if you're on controller, you can do something similar. Then you hit enter sanctum. Now there's going to be 4 options. If you haven't done it before, you're going to have one option. Everything's going to be level 55. So you're perfect. You're at level 65. You can do this. Do you see this little tooltip over here kind of floating out here? If we take a unique item into here and we plan on leveling it up, we better make sure that it's level 50 or below. So in this case, this heirloom of the last nomad requires level 63. So if I ran through the entire dungeon, I could not impart legendary affixes. I can't turn this item into a legendary. I would have to run it at a higher difficulty. Lizard in real life. Hey, thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate it. What? Actually, I'm going to go eat and go to bed. Hey, actually, I'm using your guide right now for Druid. Appreciate it. Thanks for the raid and thanks for the guide. You take care, sir. Well, we're messing around with it. I'm have fun. Thanks. Welcome on in, everybody. We are playing Druid. I was just helping Squeak Official here in the chat with Pog and Joy. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, so Squeak, that's how you do I know, right? So Squeak, that's how you do the dungeon. Just make sure the item that you're bringing in here is at this level. Well, depending on what you're doing, level 50 or level 65. All right, glad I can help you. Let's get back to monoliths. Yeah, we are currently playing level 85 Druid. We are experimenting with some different items to see how well they go. Okay, makes sense. Thanks. I'm glad I could help you, Squeak. We are playing around with some different items. So we're trying out Static Shell to see how well it works. Honestly, at the end of the day, I'm probably going to want to use this, but we are certainly trying it out. Hope you're all having a good one. Lizard, again, thank you for the raid. Hope you had an amazing stream. Enjoy your food and getting some rest. Yeah, so this critical strike avoidance, it's kind of messing with the build, but I don't know. It doesn't feel too bad. Oh, we got to go down there. Ooh. Honestly, I do feel like the static shell is helping a little bit. This could be copium. This could be me just going, oh, let's see if we can make something work. But I like it. I want some LP on there so I can at least try and get some affixes to go over. Because we got this tier 7 increased health. It's not a max increased health, but it is a tier 7. T7 on chest is huge. Yeah. Static shell is only good with LP. Yeah. I would take the T7 increased HP. That's gonna be the play. That's gonna be the play. We're still at 100 corruption. This character's only level 85. Welcome to the channel, by the way, Sand Coffin. I already know that this is gonna be better. This, I just wanted to see how well it worked. It feels nice. This is going to definitely be the play. We're experimenting with some stuff. Obviously, I would need probably a better... I mean, this crystal sword's not too bad. We got we got double exalted on this one. We were able to get a halfway decent rainbow edge with LP3. We were able to get melee attack speed, melee critical strike, chance to shred armor. I would probably prefer a little bit more melee lightning damage, but this is definitely working for now. Yeah, that's going to need some LP before we can use it. Yeah, our health just jumped up immensely. Let's see what we got. All right. Oh, we can go fight boss. I think we can take him. Even with the endurance and the critical strike avoidance. Now watch me get just absolutely zoinked by this guy. I think we can just live, though. Yeah. Our HP bar is barely moving. And for some reason, this guy doesn't have an HP bar. Call this the Wolverine build, man. Attacking all super fast and stuff. Does cast speed affect Death Wave from Death's Seal? Well, obviously you're asking a Mun 29 that question. Me personally, I have no idea. Sorry, not much help here. Sand Coffin. Alright. Yes and no, you get more dam stacks from arenas. The Omega Rose, thank you for the follow. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the follow, the Omega Rose. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's just jump out of that real quick. Dude, we're starting to hit this guy for some decent damage. Oh, we can tank that? There's no point in moving then. Okay. Oh, what are we gonna need? Probably helmets. Yeah, I'm gonna go with helmets so we can get a better try and get a better plus to our werebear form. What do we got right now? Amulets. Yeah, forget that. Replace. Hey, we got a Throne of Ambition. We can add that to the collection. Alright, we got that one out. Okay, so let's go do the Black Sun. I have farmed Black Sun so much on Sentinel, bro. Both my Paladin and Void Knight, I have farmed the bejesus out of Black Sun. I need to find a new timeline to push corruption in. With Druid, I'm sure we'll probably be pushing the timeline that gives swords, trying to get a bit of crystal sword or something. Or rings. I recommend the gear for a lot of cooldown movement speed. Alright. Oh, Frenzy and Haste. 77% chance to shred armor on a hit. I don't know if I want to have my armor shredded. Let's go down here. What in the world was that? Oh. The loot filter blacked it out. What? What was that? Oh, we got a haste shrine? Let's go. Jeez. Faster than a speeding bullet. It's a bear. Hey, no worries, man. I'm glad you guys can continue your conversation. That's no problem at all, man. I'm glad that my chat could be a thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. I'm glad you guys could have a conversation. It sounded like you're talking about the Acolyte. I played the Golem. I played the Golem build, the one Golem build. I think that was also by Lizard. I made it all the way to level 90 something. I had fun. We pushed into 200 corruption, but then Sentinel was my first class. That's one I liked a lot. So then we went and made a Void Knight build, and that one I did my own setup because I'd played Paladin first. Yeah, that was fun. We were able to take that build into 500 corruption. And now we're playing Druid. And I know nothing about Druid, so I followed a guide. So I say all that to say I couldn't add to the conversation, so I stayed quiet. Don't feel like you're hijacking. Or spamming or any of that. You are good, man. We got here Stunning Shrine. There we go. Boulder Fist. You cannot leech health. That immediately, I will leave those Boulder Fists behind. Now, if I was running like some sort of ward build, I could see that being useful, but I'm not. Spell damage while transformed. Melee damage. That's a bear! Slayer's Gate Staff of Blinding. Ew. Yeah, other than bragging rights when it comes to corruption. That's about it. That's about it. You just start getting to a point where, oh, okay, let's drop more loot. It lets you drop more loot compared to slow, higher corruption. Exactly. Yeah, but just to echo on what you're saying, man, that's the beautiful thing about Last Epoch. The difficulty is completely customizable to the user. There's no difficulty selector. There's just corruption. So your 1,000 corruption is somebody else's 200 corruption. Okay, critical hit multiplier well transformed. I wonder if we should go for that chest. Yeah, seriously. Oh, it's a dragon. What's this? It's a dragon. How lucky. Oh. Now watch, we're at 100 corruption, right? I'm going to do this shield node, and then I'm probably going to find a Bastion of Honor at 100 corruption. Though I farmed the ever-living snot out of these nodes in this timeline at 400 corruption on Paladin. Never found a Bastion of Honor. Then I dropped it down to 200 corruption, and I found one. It was hilarious. Piss poor dragon letting people actually beat it. That dragon got wrecked, Air Dragon. Hey. For sure. Yeah. You know what I mean, man? Dude, I swear, on this game, you actually find stuff when you're not looking for it. Like, if you got to the point where you need another unique, just go play a different character. I don't know, man. I feel like I find anything for a build I'm working on when I'm just playing another character. I'm like, oh wait, I needed this for this guy. It's like a Last Epoch sometimes can be so stingy, dude. All right, catch you later, Air Dragon. Thanks for the alert, man. Yeah, but after thousands of hours, it kind of sucks if you don't find the stuff you want. Yeah, seriously. I haven't played for thousands of hours, though. I'm like 350, 360 hours deep. I mean, it's cool that it's there, for sure, but you're right. It's just some stuff they're like super stingy on. And then what ends up happening is some of those super rare items are just that good, and then they get nerfed, and then they're still super stingy to find. Like the Bastion of Honor, I know it got nerfed. Like, I wasn't even playing back when it got nerfed, but I just wanted to try it out. And then I spent hours upon hours farming for it, and then finally I was doing something else and I found one. I'm like, wait, what? And then sure enough, the item wasn't good for my build. But I just wanted to try it out. So I'm hoping the yeah, I know, right? The slab. I'm hoping that in January, what is it, January 11th, when we get to learn more about the trading and not crafting, but the whole trade guilds and everything, we can learn more about what the, well, they've kind of already given a decent amount of information. Like Muffin, the guy in charge of it, he came by my stream one time, and he said even if you're doing like the solo, like you get better drops thing, you can still trade with people, but it would work like how trading's now. If they're with you, you can trade it to them. I'm hoping to see if they also just improve drop rates and all that all together, if they fine tune it. That's all. Factions would be interesting for sure. Yeah, I'm really interested to see how it works. You know, especially because they got a guy like Muffin in charge. I didn't play a lot of World of Warcraft, but apparently he was the dude in charge of like some of the most popular trading mods in the game. So I think they got the right guy for it, and he seems like a cool dude. You know, I'm not a big streamer. I streamed last Epoch, but you know, on any given day I'll have like 5 people in here chilling. Sometimes we'll have some bigger streams, and he still took the time to come by my stream. You play solo exclusively. Exactly. I used to play solo almost exclusively, or exclusively. I was playing SSF and all that, and some people actually talked me into dropping out of SSF on my my Paladin, my Void Knight, and my Necromancer. Like, we want to play with you, but the fact of the matter is, I still just like playing solo most of the time. But now I'm actually somewhat available. Like every once in a while, I'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll come play with you for a little bit. I just liked having the SSF leaderboard, man. It was fun because it wasn't very competitive. It was super easy to get on that leaderboard. Oh, that guy got wrecked. So Almond, or anybody else in chat, are you guys going to be on game release? Are you going to be playing the new masteries, Warlock and Rogue? Not Rogue, Falconer. Defeat the ambush. Hey guys, it's another ambush. Anybody, you guys ever saw my YouTube short about that? To be honest, competing as a solo player in a multiplayer ladder is impossible. That's why many of us stood with solo. Sand Coffin says, by the way, this Druid build has very gear-dependent DPS if you didn't know. Yeah, I'm messing around with it. I've played a lot of Sentinel. It definitely looked like you really needed the right pieces of gear to really make it pop. Like right now we're doing like only a couple thousand a crit. We're at 94% critical strike. I've played so much Sentinel that I just have a ton of like Sentinel items. I don't have a lot of Druid items, so we're just gonna have to spend some time. That's why I'm trying out different stuff with it, just to see how it works. See if we can make some other... I quit playing it when I found that out. I'll stick with it for a while, see what we can get. Obviously, I'm not using the best in slot items that Lizard was calling for. Like, he called for a regular relic with a +4. Imagine farming solo while people farming 4-man groups with basically X times the loot and sharing and that kind of stuff. Such a cool and fun build, though. Yeah, for sure. Ammon, you said something earlier and I stopped reading it. To be honest, competing as a solo player in a multiplayer ladder is impossible. That's why many of us stood with solo after they went online. That's exactly. So the real competition will be solo in 1.0. And you know what? I plan on doing I'm planning on doing SSF at least for a while when the game drops. Because that's where my heart is. I love SSF. I love playing solo. I'm going to be playing Paladin. Yeah. There's going to be some people mad at me, though. They're going to be like, dude, we wanted to play with you. I'm like, where are they at now? They're around. I just don't invite them. I just like to play solo. Yeah. Let me see. Will you push arena or wait for other ladder? I'll definitely push arena. Let's see. Before I dropped out. So yeah, we're still number 36 on the SSF leaderboard with our Paladin, Tillman, right here. We did 296 waves on SSF. Then we dropped him out. So I can't increase it, but we're still on the top 50 SSF leaderboard. So yeah, I'll dabble in there. I'll definitely check it out. What about then Sentinel? This one was a little bit more competitive because I think like you, Ammon. I'm thinking, well, even if I'm completing on the 1-player leaderboard, if I'm strictly a solo player and at this stage of the game there's no reason for arena ladders, let's hope they fix their stuff. Yeah, seriously. Because right now, like how many of these people have been on here for like forever? On the Sentinel leaderboard, where did we go? We hit around like... Yeah, here we go. We hit number 19 on the non-SSF single player or 1-player Sentinel leaderboard. Was not enough to get us onto the regular one because this is gonna be next to impossible. I don't know if anybody could ever compete because didn't these guys use the build that got nerfed, like the build that was kind of bugged? It was like the auto summon zombie build for the Lich, if I'm not mistaken. Like every Lich up there in multiplayer is abusing bugged interactions. So yeah, exactly, it's completely meaningless. And then, of course, it's 1600 weight. Yeah, I don't have time for that, man. I don't have time for that. I work full time and then I stream. I get like 3 hours to stream in the evening, and then that's it. If I wanted to do any serious leaderboard competition, man, I would have to like stream all day on a weekend. But I did take I work for the military, so we generate leave, and I got over 200 hours of leave, so I asked for 2 weeks off when this game comes out. So I'm going to be streaming this game a butt ton. That build can do 100k corruption. You've been playing since early 2020, and I can definitely tell you there's only a handful of people who did 1k waves without those super bugged things since then. Yeah, wasn't Freya one of them? Because his build seemed legit. I wish he would make another attempt, because he said his game crashed or something after he got up there. I didn't see it. When I started playing this game in September, he had just hit 1,000 waves. The Shaman? Oh, Thorn Totem Shaman has or had like 35 bugs. Shamans in general are super weird bugs. Yeah, because Shaman class not really considered a great class unless you're doing a bug. Yeah, I'm a Sentinel Andy over here. When it comes to other classes, I don't know as much. And his whole showcase and reported a big amount of bugs because he was doing the same build, if I remember correctly. Oh, I see. I've seen Ben on a lot of leaderboards. Not sure. I don't know who they are, but I assume they were because they were on the leaderboards a lot. But I'm in full agreement. Well, I guess there's no point right now with the leaderboards because, I mean, the game's going to be hitting full release here soon anyway. But I hope they moderate the leaderboards quite well. They never did, so let's hope they'll start soon. Yeah. Because right now it doesn't make sense. The game's about to come out. Nobody really cares right now. Actually, arena ladders were great back at pre-8 when people didn't care about cheating and so on. Less bugs. Okay. Yeah, I obviously wasn't around back then. Well, obviously I was alive. I wasn't playing the game back then. Sounds like a great time. Was it kind of like always the talk in the streams and stuff, like, oh, check it out, somebody hit this, and people actually like took those arena positions seriously, like, oh, whoa, like, dude, we gotta try and beat that one. Now you see somebody who has like, 2,300 some odd waves complete. It was super entertaining at Twitch. Hopefully we can capture that same magic on release, man. Hopefully we can capture that same magic on release. Like, even devs sitting there seeing people pushing the ladder. Dude, like, I wish I was playing this game back then, man. That would have been so fun to just be seeing that whole thing. If we can capture that same magic, it'll be awesome. It'll probably be like that for, like, the first couple weeks of release, Like, oh, dude, somebody just hit. Well, I don't want to say 100 waves because you can find the arena key of memory. Crazy. It's been 4 years already, right? Dude, this dude just hit 200 waves, I'm sure people who know what they're doing will have like a level 89 character that is clearing like wave 300 or something. Probably gonna have a build in their pocket. We had times when 300 was so effing hard because of the mob scaling. Did they ever nerf that, or what am I trying to say? Did they ever nerf the mob scaling, or is it just players have gotten better? Because I've hit 300 waves, and yeah, it's gotten pretty difficult. Des originally wanted arena high-end pushing to be around 3 to 400. I could see that though, because it's going to be really hard to compete on the high end. Because I pushed to 300 waves in like what, hour and a half, 2 hours? Probably less than that. Probably hour and a half, hour, something like that. That makes it a lot more feasible for people because there's obviously a time investment. Because, you know, the waves stop every 5 waves, you got to stop, say, yes, I want to keep playing. And then if it's every 10 waves, it loads a new arena. 1,000 waves took you 7 to 8 hours. Yeah, man, that's... Because then also you got to think about the difficulty involved with trying to push that far. I mean, if you got any sort of full-time job or any other life commitments, that's going to be really hard to compete at the high end. The last 2 runs both ended due to DC and crash. Oh, man, that's annoying. So, you're at 850. That's when I paused that league 2 months ago. Pretty sure they'll get the performance right at 1.0. Yeah, I hope so. Wait, maybe that's why I recognize your name. Oh, yeah, there you are right there. I was like, man, your name looks really familiar. I figured it was because you were in here before. No, this makes a lot of sense. I'm like, wait, no, this is you. We used to play at 3 FPS, so this is already such a big buff. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, you're all over the SSF leaderboards. Do I know how to check those characters? No. Is there a way in-game, or do we got to go to a website? No, I'm not familiar. Yeah. I'll have to give you permission real quick. Hold on. Otherwise, the bot's gonna throw a fit real quick. Let me add you to the list of approved. All right, let's go to. Okay, Emin, you're on the list. You should be able to post away. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. The latest, and now I could check out every build right here. I could see what they were wearing, what they were using. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, no. I had never seen that before. That's dope. Yeah. Oh, Alman, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Let me follow you back. Do you stream this game, Alman? I know you're on the leaderboard. No, not now. Maybe later when game is more popular and you can compete in the ladder. Well, let's give you that. You know what? Maybe we can get you some followers. That way you got some people to come check you out when you go live eventually, if at all. You know, for sure. Yeah. I was like, man, why is your name so familiar? I just figured. Have you been here before, Ammon? No, first time chatter. No, it was your first time here. Okay. It'll take some more time. Yeah, for sure. You got life, and you know you gotta make sure you have the right internet, have a rig able. Nah, but if you are in the Discord forums, your name is the same. Okay, cool. I think I recognized your name from the leaderboards, and when I saw you pop in here, I just figured you'd been here before. So, all right, well, let's get into it. Let's see. Yeah, I just want to grab a blessing and then move on to the next timeline. Yeah, I'm doing the lightning swipe. I was using Lizard's Guide, and it's good. It's obviously very gear dependent, so I've been kind of messing around with it. Just seeing if there's a unique. I've never done the lightning version. I used to do the full physical in the past. It was just like I looked up swipe werebear on max roll, and Lizard's Guide popped up. So I'm messing around with it right now, but I'm thinking I might change a few things, just make it more of my own. But it's a good roadmap because I'm not very familiar with the Primalist. I had a ton of fun theory crafting and making a Void Knight build that revolved around a racing strike. But I was able to do that because I was familiar with the Sentinel class, because I played a ton of Paladin. So not only did I have a bunch of uniques and items sitting around, See, and that's the thing. Like, I followed this guide blindly, and now I'm like level 80 something, and I'm not really like. I followed the whole cookie cutter method, and now I'm realizing, wait, why did I do that? You know, well, why did Lizard do that? But I've spent all this time putting points here. I think I need to break everything down and just read everything intently to see why he did what he did. Obviously it's a good build, but it's going to be very dependent on what kind of gear I have around, and I want to try different stuff out. I want to try out like that static shell. That looks super dope. And like, what if we went up this tree over here? Like this looks cool. Bringer of Storms, Maul and Rampage is lightning. At some point everything else feels worse, so you stop playing around, and I think that's actually bad for the game. You know what? That's exactly that. That's exactly it. You're like, oh, okay, well, this guy knows what he's doing, so I'm going to follow it. Hey, well, I kind of want to experiment, but you've already kind of built up to this place in the game. So you start trying out this different stuff, and then it doesn't work, and then you're like, oh, well, I guess it's just not good. And then you go back to what you're doing, and it's just, maybe it's because I've been following this whole cookie cutter guide all the way up there, and I don't really fully understand it, because like Druid or Primalists in general, like they got all these aspects right here. You're probably familiar with this, but I wasn't even reading this stuff. I was just putting points here, but now I'm like reading it. I'm like, oh, aspect of the boar, and then there's like aspect of the shark, and then there's aspect of the lion, there's aspect of, you know, the bobcat, the aspect of, you know, yo mama. I'm kidding. But like, there's all these different like little mini buffs that you can gain from the Primalist tree that I got to pay attention to and understand why they were put in there. For me, I already did like 6 liches since 9, but since I know what's the best way, I always play them the same for X hours, which is super boring. I wish I could leave that. Oh, I got you. You got that little internal bias. You know this is going to work, so you're just going to do that because you want to get up to a good point. Yeah, I got you. You know, the other day, so I had this hammered in that I'd done. I'd pushed into like 400 corruption with it. Really good. And I finally decided I want to try something else out. Completely different. So I put together this smite lightning build, you know, this Thor build. You hold up your staff and lightning rains from the sky. It was cool. It did work, but I wasn't doing what I was doing with Hammerdin, and immediately I felt the need. That looks super cool. Immediately I felt the need to go back to Hammerdin because I was not hitting anywhere near the same efficiency with this smite build that I just kind of slapped together. Instead of taking the time to do this or that, I was immediately going, oh dude, I need to go back to Hammerdin because, like, look, I'm barely clearing 150 corruption. I was clearing 400 corruption with the Hammerdin. Sounds familiar. Yeah, exactly. So I know exactly what you mean. I'm gonna play with that smite build a little bit more. I already know I want to play Paladin or Sentinel in general when the game comes out. There's probably gonna be people who, we're getting close to 1.0 now. Can't wait to get on again. We're all holding out. I got you. I got you. Hey, what up? Hey, 90s. Hey, 90s. Hey, Arnold. Yeah. I can definitely understand that. Hey, 90s. Thank you for the follow. Hey, Arnold. Hey, you guys. And that was probably the 80s. You know, Goonies right there. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And you're not alone, 90s. There's a lot of people because who feel that way. Because I was streaming last Epoch a lot, but this past month I went and played some different games just to see what else is out there. I played Grim Dawn, and then I went and checked out Death Must Die. Every time somebody came by the stream like, oh, this is cool, you know, what's up, blah, blah, blah. We get to talking. I'll be like, hey, yeah, I normally stream Last Epoch. I'm just checking out these games. And every time I mention Last Epoch, everybody would say, oh, yeah, that looks cool. I'm waiting for release. I'm waiting for the game to come out. Oh, I haven't decided. I'll wait till the game comes out before I play it. Or, oh, yeah, that's cool. I played it before, but I'm waiting for the game to come out. So, yeah, I understand exactly what you mean. Hey, 90s. So yeah, we kind of did our little tour of checking out some games. We're back on Last Epoch now, but I'm probably going to go out and check out a couple more games before Last Epoch hits full release. I was missing the game. I love this game a lot. So what's everybody going to play on release? I know I'm playing Paladin. Is anybody just going to play any of the new classes? I mean, we played it a bit as well. When MP hit, we all gave it a decent go. Now we're all waiting to get the full experience. Can't wait to see what Warlock's got in store. Okay, sounds like you're going Warlock on release. Or at least you want to check it out. For sure, gonna check it out. Hope it's cool. Yeah, it sounds cool. I wonder what it's going to be like. I know we're not going to find out more information until what? Was it February or late January they're going to be talking about it? We'll talk about disconnects. Just got one. I don't see me streaming with such internet. Oh, I'm sorry, Almon. Also looking forward to the new guild trades and all that. Yeah, that's going to be fun, man. The guy who's in charge of it, Muffin, he came by the stream like a couple months ago. And he was answering questions about that. Totally unprompted. I didn't even know he was in charge of it. He came by and he was talking about it. He said one of my YouTube videos popped up on his feed, so he wanted to come see me live. And then he was just talking about it. He's like, oh yeah, I'm in charge of it. Yeah, we got this plan for right now. He only gave me a couple details. And he's like, just wait until he's like, just wait until the full breakdown to come out. And I believe that's January 11th. They're going to be releasing all that information. Oh, hey, 90s. Thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thanks for the Prime. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. If Room Master is that great, Warlock should be doing great too, I think. It will be dot based for sure. That's what I've heard a lot of people say, that it's going to have a lot of dot mechanics. I think that'll be cool. I liked Witch Doctor on Diablo 3. I played a ton of that. Eventually, Crusader came out, though, and yeah, I've been kind of a Paladin Crusader lover ever since. which is supposed to be the crit class, Necro the minions, and Warlock probably dots. That makes sense. It'd be a good little niche to find. No worries, just came up. Room Master looks amazing. Definitely one of those I might try out if Locke doesn't get the itch. Right, depending on, yeah, because Room Master came out like what, September? I played a little bit. I was still new to the game, and honestly, I like melee builds a lot, so I didn't really give Room Master a whole lot of time, but it's definitely very strong. So yeah, if Warlock doesn't work, I think Room Master will suit you just fine. Plus, it's had time to bloom. There we go. That's the word. Rune Master's had time to bloom in terms of content creation. Need an idea? There's probably a build out there for it. Believe it or not, back in 2020, Melee was actually good. I know, right? Like, really good. Oh, man. I'm all about Melee, but even I recognize they just look super versatile with all the skill combos. Yeah, for sure, man. It definitely looks like the meta on this game right now is range and ward. Ward is huge. Although every class build had only 700 HP. Do you have anything planned for 1.0? Yes, I do. So, I do work full-time. I work for the military as a civilian employee. And I've built up a ton of leave. I got over 200 hours of leave. So, I'm taking 2 weeks off in February, 2 days before full release, and then so it comes out on the 21st, so I'm taking from the 19th all the way to March 1st off, and then obviously we'll have the weekend, so I guess you can count March 2nd and 3rd, and then it's back to work. But I'm hoping to get a lot of playtime in. You're jealous? Yeah. The thing is, when you work for the military, as long as I do, the more time you have in service there, the more hours of leave you earn per paycheck. And so now I'm just earning so much leave. Hard to get free time for how often they delayed. Yeah. That's a good point. You've been around longer, so you've probably seen several release windows come up and then get delayed. It's like this time, I really need it. A month later, nah, this is the time. Oh, I feel for you, man. Yeah, because they were going to be doing December. Is joining the military worth it? I constantly hear how miserable it is. I can't speak too much into joining the military, Sand Coffin. I've never been enlisted. I work for the military. I'm a civilian employee. As a civilian employee, the pay is good. I mean, I'm never going to get amazing pay, you know, because every pay increase is basically an act of Congress. But, as for being enlisted in the military, I can't really speak too much on that. You're going to have to deal with, oh, I've gotten used to this area. Oh, I just got orders. I'm getting shipped out. You know, I've known so many people throughout the years who known them for like 2 years, and then all of a sudden they got orders and now they're in Germany. And then after that, they got orders, and now they're in Korea. Now they got orders, they're in Hawaii. They're... There's a lot of bureaucracy. That's great. A good start is important. I only took a week off. Wife and kids not home though, so you got plenty of time. There you go. There you go. My wife is in full support of it. We don't have any children at the moment. She's here right now. She normally moderates my chat. Yo, Renda G, if you're in the chat, drop a couple dino dances. Did you see how they're teaching our new enlistees about diversity and inclusion instead of combat training? I did not see that. Hey, speaking of which, there's my wife right there, Renda G85 with the dino dances. She moderates my chat. And yeah, she's in full support of me taking 2 weeks off for this game. Sounds fantastic, yeah. What's up, bros? My buddy's been in the military for 17 years. He just quit 4 months ago to take on a new CEO role in this private sector. Far better pay, good benefits, but he's been working 24/7. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. We got a number of animated emotes. I'm not going to say they're amazing animated emotes, but we got some animated emotes here on the channel. So if you guys didn't know, I am a cook. I'm a cook for the military. I am head cook at a child development center. So basically, I cook for the children of active duty and civilian employee. I cook for their children. And so we handle 6 weeks all the way through 5 years old. Man, it's getting late. I wish you all good luck looting and have fun walking through Atira. Almond, thank you so much for coming by. You take care. Oh, that's a tier 7. Not that I'm ever going to use it, but hey, it's a tier 7. Yeah, it is getting a little late. Catch you later on. Twitch has told me that's been my most popular emote. People actually use that one in other streams. The one where you're a cook. I'm a cook too, but decided to go back to school. So currently halfway through becoming a teacher, living in DK. The pay is not as awful as in the US. Oh, I got you. DK equals Denmark. I wasn't exactly sure. I was just like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, being a teacher here in the US, it's really sad how bad the pay is unless you got a lot of years of experience. I got a buddy who's a teacher. He's got like 14 years experience and he actually makes decent money now. It's just, it was getting to that point, you know? A lot of people, it's really difficult to get there, and it depends on what state you live in. I live in California, so I can imagine trying to be a teacher in some of these other smaller states. It's probably pretty difficult. You're a cook. I'm a cook too. Yeah, Cooks United. I don't know if you could see, but your badge is a chef's hat right there. I've been a cook since since 2009. I've been a cook since 2009. I've been working for the military since 2012. It's not the best pay, but the benefits are awesome, like $7K a month, 18 weeks of holiday, and 18% of the pay is extra pension. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, you're already making more money than me. Good on you, man. I'm glad that Denmark can actually, help take care of their people out there. Good on you. Hey, what up, Nate Rad Gaming? How's it going? How you doing? Whoa, we almost died. Oh, Lord. We're just playing a little Druid today, having some good conversations, hanging out with the community. How are you doing today? Oh, I'm actually going to have to pay attention. I've been just like, what's up, guys? Just holding down left click. Oh, my God. Oh my gosh. We got a double increased physical damage. They're all doing damage out the wazoo. Oh my word. Pretty good. Finishing up the campaign on your sorcerer. That's what I'm talking about, man. Let's go. Is this your first character? Playing the sorcerer? Oh, it's your third. Okay, cool. Cool. What was your first character on this game? We might actually need these. No, I think we'll pass. I think we will pass. Necro. Okay. Yeah, dude, Necro's a fun class, man. Necro is definitely a fun class. I have some projects I really want to try out, which means I need to take some time off. That'll possibly be with the 18 weeks besides my wife, aka Sugar Mama. Is doing great, so I can worry about other stuff. Elgor, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So I can worry about other stuff. So what kind of cooking you into? Is it like a bistro, fine dining, cafe, or something entirely? So I cook for... So I'm head cook for the military at a child development center. So a lot of big batch meals. You know, it's all one meal, but we're making like 200 portions of it, basically. Oh, ouch. Ouch. Well, we just biffed it. Our cold resistance is doing pretty good. Yeah, so a lot of big batch. We can't really jazz it up too much. No. The child development center is like a preschool, almost like a daycare. That's the easiest way to equate it. There's learning there, but all the kids there are really young. So yeah, the military calls them child development centers. Everywhere else in the world, most people would call it daycare or preschool. But we handle ages 6 weeks through 5 years old. So a lot of big batch, simple foods. You know, children, they have a... Children taste everything about 25 to 50% more intensely than adults do, so you got to take it really easy on the sausages. Unfortunately, you can't do sausages. It's a choking hazard. But they taste everything 25 to 50% more intensely than adults, so you can't go too hardcore on the seasoning. You got to be... They're a high risk... age group, so you got to cook everything really well. You know, no rare steaks or anything like that. You got to chop up everything pretty small. Everything's got to be like 1/4-inch dice. It's a small dice. It's really small. So, but it's big batches. So at least I'm not trying to make. It must be true. So yeah, we're not like making a whole bunch of custom, like, okay, this room wants 3 cheeseburgers to what. No, everybody gets the same thing. So like today we did baked chicken. It was yeah, today we did baked chicken with some rolls, milk, milk with just about every meal. What else we do on that? Baked chicken, rolls, steamed broccoli, and then we put like some bell pepper and onions into the is this my first character? No, this is not my first character. So there's lots of coordination more than just fancy cooking. Yeah, a lot of coordinating, making sure the rooms get all their stuff. No. Let's take a look at what I've made, Nate. So we got Vordak. He's our druid. We got a level 94 necromancer. She's still in SSF. Took her up there. Ithadel, he's our most recent character. Void Knight, we made a build for him. This is our own custom build that we did. Put it together. It's a Void Knight. It's in a Racing Strike Void Cleave style build. This is our first character right here. Our Paladin. He was a hammered in, but recently I stripped him of all that, and we're trying out a smite build. And then we got a couple extra, a few other characters that I've messed around with, but these are my 4 primary characters. This guy gets pretty insane. Let me show you this guy, this build that we came up with for a Void Knight. That's awesome. Yeah. So he's got a lot of legendary stuff. We got really so were you sent to the kitchen at Xmas and again in New Year's? I've been so lazy as to order out this New Year's Eve. I couldn't be arsed around to cook again. Haha, just hosted for the entire family. Yeah, we were closed for Christmas Day and then we were open the next day. We were open the next day, and most people just figure we'd be closed for the entire winter break. And it's like, no, we cook for the military, man. We got people who are, they got mandatory service. They got their job is in the defense of the nation. So I'm kind of newer to last Epoch. I got the level 70. Both my other characters on the 3rd timeline just got stuck because wasn't watching resistances. When do you recommend switching from leveling build to an actual build? When do I recommend that? When you get to monoliths. What about New Year's Eve then? You got some time off? I get New Year's Day off and then it's back to work the next day. New Year's Eve falls on a Sunday and we're closed on the weekends. Yep. It's back to work on January 2nd. The day after New Year's Day, we're back to work. We're off on New Year's Day. Okay, so Nate, to answer your question, when you get to monoliths, I think that's a time to start focusing in on your build. Even during the campaign, there's some times where the game kind of is trying to coax you into paying attention to your so I take it you're really looking forward to the 21st of February. Yeah, that's gonna be my first 2 weeks off in a long time. In like a year. So in the campaign, I felt like the difficulty ramped up to a point where I needed to pay attention to my resistances. I think it's a good idea to try and have your resistances as close to the 75 cap as possible. Armor is also a big deal, but also endurance helps a ton. Endurance helps a ton because basically what endurance means when my health hits 659, that's endurance threshold. That's when endurance kicks in. So when my health falls to 659, I now get a 60% damage reduction. The cap is 60 on endurance. So you can overcap it if you want, but this goes hand in hand with your resistances as well as your armor. You're playing a sorcerer, so you might focus on building up your ward generation if you're a build that's using a lot of ward. I play Sentinel. Sentinel, it's really easy for them to stack strength because yeah, exactly, because strength, if we look over here, strength increases our armor. And this number right here, we get a 70% damage reduction on physical damage, and then it's 70% as effective against non-physical damage. So that means we get a 49% damage reduction on non-physical damage types. Let me just show you guys real quick. So we push this timeline to 500 corruption. Let's see if I can even do this. So yeah, focus on getting your resistances up. See what you can get out of your skill trees, because sometimes you can pick up some resistances from your skill trees. I haven't played mage a whole lot, actually very little, so I'm not exactly sure if you can pick up a ton of resistances from your skill trees. But like in this case of Void Knight, I was able to pick up 40% void resistance and physical resistance from this skill tree. I dipped into Paladin. I was able to pick up 15% elemental resistance as well as some extra health and stuff from the Paladin tree. And then I was able, from the base Sentinel tree, I was able to pick up 24% fire and void resistance. And then you can get the rest on your gear. Rings are a good source of resistances as well as your relic. Belts can help as well. Obviously, in this case, I was able to cheat a lot with this build. I was able to get a unique item called Omnis that's pretty rare. Only starts dropping from Shades of Orbis after you hit 200 corruption in an empowered monolith, but this was able to give us a ton of resistances in our build that we were able to use to make sure we hit the cap. So I was able to cheat a lot with this build. Well, let's check this out. So we're at 500 corruption with this guy. This is a build of our own creation. And it mostly focuses on a lot of 1-2 hits. Dash in, get a couple hits in, activate that, and then boom, follow it up with that hit. And it's tanky as all hell. And also, when you're going through monoliths, Nate, pay attention to the modifiers you're picking up, because sometimes some of those modifiers will just completely break your build. Yeah, I hope that helps. Those are some basic tips. Obviously, everybody's build's a little bit different. I can just try and give some generalized stuff, some pointers to say, hey, maybe check this out. Oh, okay, cool. Ah, we almost got cooked. Yes, I'm doing static orb at the moment. Want to switch over to glacial, probably. Have to gamble, buy some gear before doing monos. I got you. Especially if you got into a point in monoliths. It's hard to just swap out what you're doing completely. So what's your favorite character so far? Hammerden? Hammerden was a lot of fun. I love paladins in general. But I'm going to say, probably because I made this build myself instead of following a guide, because the Hammerden, I followed a guide. This build in particular, since I made it myself, there's that sense of pride and accomplishment. It's got to be this Void Knight build. That's why on full release, when I'm playing Paladin, I want to come up with my own build because I know a lot more about Sentinels now. I think we can come up with something really nice and I would fully understand it. And that's probably going to be my favorite build, whatever I come up with, because it's going to be Paladin, my favorite mastery, my favorite class. And it's going to be a build that I 100% fully understand because I theory crafted the whole thing myself. That sounds super indulgent and super prideful, but it's a lot more satisfying where you're like, yeah, I put this all together myself and look what I came up with. And that's probably why I feel that way about my Void Knight over here. And I'm not going to act like I'm unique in selecting this stuff or, you know, I came up with these combinations. Seriously, making your own builds and succeeding just feels so good. You've been doing that in Path of Exile for the last decade, and once you hit something sweet, it's the best feeling. Exactly, man. Well, let's get out of this. So the Druid that I'm running right now, that's a guide. I would like to switch it up and make it more of my own, but since I'm not as familiar with the Primalist class, I went with a build just so I can kind of expedite the process. Because obviously when I made the Void Knight build, I was super familiar with Sentinels and what some good things to pick would be, so that's what I went with. Yeah. Let's do a check. We got great viewership over here on Twitch. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Let's see what we got going on YouTube. Hey, it looks like we got some people over on YouTube. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Kick. Well, Kick's being Kick, so what up, my one viewer on Kick, who's probably myself? Man, I'm glad you're all here today. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Let's get back to farming with Druid. Yeah, you get all that? Thanks, man. I'm glad that makes sense to you. Oh, we died right there. Let's not go there because I wasn't paying attention. We stacked up too many damage increases and they were just frying my butt. Enemies have a chance to dodge. It's probably I hate that modifier the most. Frenzy and haste. I can live with frenzy and haste. It's getting hella late. Glad I stopped by. You seem like a nice fellow. Have a great stream. You'll pop by some other time. Hey 90s, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. It was a pleasure having you here. You take care. Have yourself a good one, man. Hope to see you again soon. I'll try and be live again tomorrow. With the new year coming up, my streaming schedule might be a little out of whack for the next couple days, but, you know, glad I could be here today. see what we got. Okay, so we got plus 14 attunement on these boots with some critical strike avoidance. Okay. This is a tier 7 drop. Let's see if we can use this right now. We're getting necrotic resistance. Increase cooldown recovery speed. Dodge rating. Oh boy. Strength. I would like movement speed. Let's see if we can seal this. Ah, we're stuck with that. That's tier 7 though. I should save this. See if we can throw it on pair of uniques. Oh, I don't know if I want to do this. 155% increased critical strike chance. That's going to be nasty. That's going to be nasty. Yeah, sure. We'll go for they take less damage. That's fine. It ends here. Let's chunk this down. It's the Wolverine build. Super fast. Hiya, hiya, hiya. No. You say no or go? No. Are you able to refund passive points? Yes, sir. I can show you where to do that. You normally do that in a town. Look for somebody with a icon over their head. Kind of looks like a brain. I think we'll be able to knock this out real quick. So let's go back. Let's grab this stuff. All right, let's show you, because this game would have a short shelf life if you were stuck with the points you spent. So in most cities around the game, most hubs, you can find people who can refund. I'm just using the end of time because it's the most common way for me. So you're gonna look for this person who has this sort of like head/brain icon. Would you like to re-specialize your mastery point allocation? Now this is going to get kind of tricky. It's harder to respec points back here unless you respec. I might be see The thing is, since it's kind of a scaling point distribution, the points I have in here are what's allowing me to have points up here. So sometimes you might have to refund points all the way up here before you can start refunding points back here. Because a lot of the times, in order to maintain your points here, you have to have points invested. It would be kind of weird if you could invest points further on in the tree and then refund some of your earlier stuff and then maybe invest in some of these more... It costs gold. So here would be... So in this particular case, if I wanted to refund that 1 point, it'd be 1,680 gold. For reference, I have over 3,700,000 gold. Depends on where you're at in the game, but I think it's pretty affordable in game. It just costs gold. It doesn't cost any other resource. No, nothing that you need to do that. You just need gold. And this is probably going to be the most expensive. Because if you're refunding this further along in the tree up here, it's going to be more expensive as opposed to back here. So if I did a full refund of this entire page, it'd probably be less than 50,000 gold, which for me is not a lot. What do we got? 24% to all resistances. Sure, I'll buy that for $1. Transform. Bear mode activated. Let's go, boys. Like some sort of furry lightning wizard Wolverine thing. Get wrecked! Oh, this is a big boy. And he's dead. that's it. We did it. Ring. I'm nervous about this one because they would have a high crit chance and it doesn't define what the crit chance would be. Let's just go fight the boss and move on to the next echo. What was that, LP2? Nah. I'm good. We might be here a while for this. Jeez. Where you at? Oh. Oh. No, he actually went down. Okay. Okay, so we can take the 56% increase to void, the leech rate, health gain on block. I guess we could take that for now. I don't see anything that I would want. Let's just take that. Okay, time to move on. Oh, let's just jump out of here. Time to move on to ending the storm. Now this one I know for sure we're going to want to take shred lightning resistance. What the? Oh, I thought lightning was just hitting that guy's dead body over and over again. I'm like, what? Okay, that one might be good. Extra lightning damage. How long can we run? Okay. Glancing blow or glancing blow. Our choices are glancing blow or glancing blow. I guess we could go up here, which is endurance. Okay, that would have been hilarious if it was also glancing blow. Or I guess over here. Let's go for that one. Shout out to anybody who gets that reference. It's obscure. Certainly obscure. Hey, we're into G85 with the dances. And me capping somebody. Yeah. I'm fighting Lagon at the moment. Best of luck, man. I know you got this. What is that? Chance to create an aftershock under a nearby enemy on melee attack. What is aftershock? Okay. Shock. I've been shocked. Oh no. How shocking. What? Does enemies have a chance to shock on hit? Mess them up? Yeah. Yeah. My wife's channeling that energy for you. Mess them up, Nate. Mess him up! Mess him up! We'll start a hashtag for Nate right now. Hashtag mess him up, Nate. Oh. Hashtag mess him up, Nate. Now just chant it. Mess him up! Mess him up! Oh no. Exit out of that. Exit out of that! The whole community stands with you, Nate, in your time. In your time of need, the community stands with you. With all our powers combined. Oh, something's missing here. We'll update you guys in a minute. Hey, thanks for taking the time to... let's open that. Okay, cool. And tell me, somebody got the Captain Planet reference, you know, with our powers combined, right? That's Captain Planet, right? Yeah. Yes, okay, cool. Oh, I can't even move. Okay, there we go. Shutter. I want to go do some stuff around the house. I'll be back. Keep slaying. All right, Linda. All right. Yeah, we're here to slay. You cannot kill me! I am the Wolverine! Oh, well, maybe you can kill me. Oh no! Nah! Man, I'm one speedy bear. You're enjoying the streams. Consider dropping a follow. Why, thank you, Cloudbots. Thank you. kill the moon spider. Ah. Oh, you died? I'm sorry, Nate. We stand with you in solidarity. I can come and help you if you like. I don't know. If this is something you got to do on your own, I understand. But if you want someone to mess them up for you. Or with you. No, mess them up with you. Then we got you, man. Assuming you're playing an online character that's not SSF. You have to kill the tentacles first? Yes, you have to kill the tentacles. They actually changed the fight, so I don't know if you were... how long ago you first played, but it used to be you had to attack the face and there was no tentacles. Now the way you damage them is with the tentacles. They did that in a way to try and help with the melee builds because it was really hard for the melee to try and attack his face when all of his eye spam was coming there. So then they brought up the 2 tentacles and that's what you use to damage him. When they changed it like right after I beat him, like a week after I beat him, they changed it to where, oh, well, now you attack the tentacles. Like when I did it, I was playing a melee build and I had to attack his face while dodging his eye beams and all of his eye spam and all that stuff. I mean, Lagan is legendary in terms of the amount of guides that had to be written on how to beat this guy because he was just overtuned. Oh yeah, get a load of that. Get a load of that action. It's cuddle time, babies. No flambe bear for you. Hurricane Great Club of Lethargy. Causes slow on hit. Nice. Yeah, they must have changed it first time. I didn't have to do the tentacles. Yeah. It's changed now. You attack the tentacles. You focus on the tentacles. Do it. Do it now. Also, I'm going to say this now real quick. YouTube, thank you so much. We hit 100 subscribers today. Really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving. Really appreciate it a lot. It's been a long journey. I've been on YouTube for a long time, but I started uploading a lot of last Epoch videos this year, and we went from like 10 subscribers to 100. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. I know this is kind of random to be saying that, but I was thinking about it. Wanted to thank you guys here in the live environment. I know we got a couple people over there on YouTube, so I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for coming out to these streams, watching the videos, hitting like, subscribe, all that. Thank you so much for 100 subscribers. You guys rock. Dig through the ditches. Burn through the... Slam in the back of my... I bet this... I don't know, with these meeting paws right here, don't you think this guy could dig a pretty mean ditch? I mean, look at those things. This guy can clear some gravel. This guy can clear some dirt. Like, set him loose. Like, right there. I know, it'd be like, what's the point? I see an enemy! Dig! If you guys didn't know this, some of the environments in this game are destructible, so check this out. Ah! I didn't like that pillar. I don't like that one either. Ah! 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 That's a game of dominoes! And nothing happens if you destroy them. Dude, what was up with those guys? It looked like they were on crack. Oh, okay. I guess it's just... I guess I saw it wrong. It just looked like they were chucking it super fast. Ooh, let's keep going. Oh, there's nothing over there. Nothing over there. Why am I stopping to kill one little bug? All right. Let's break this stuff down. Break it down. Our enemies have a chance to shock on hit. Oh, how shocking. Okay. All right, you need help? All right, I'll come help you out, Nate. If these guys will stop spawning. Jeez. There we go. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. My resistance is 75%. We shall see. This guy's probably more than strong enough to help you out. Are you doing the monolith version or the campaign version of Lagon? Campaign. Okay, yeah, this guy will be overkill for you. Go ahead, press H on your keyboard and send me an invite. I am Babbling Bike on Last Epoch. Hey. All right. Let me teleport to you. Yeah. I'm in your party. What's up? Hey, what up, Renda? We're just helping out Nate here with Lagon. What the? Ready or not? Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Chat, we have come together with our powers combined to aid our brethren, Nate Raid Gaming. Let the battle commence. We are here live from the Seafloor Coliseum, where we'll be challenging the mighty Lagon in Mortal Kombat. Run this way! Hashtag mess him up. He cannot stand against us! Our powers combined are too much for him! He is a coward! We stand united with Nate Raid Gaming to bring down the mighty Lagon. Okay, I know you went down. Since I'm still in here, you can teleport to me. Oh man, it must have messed up, dude. They did my homie Nate dirty. Jeez, dude, Nate, get up, Nate. We can't. He did you dirty. He slipped you a pill or something. Nate, get up, Nate. No. Together, we conquered Lagon. That was very entertaining. I'm sorry. It kept killing you. I thought we were having connection issues. Yeah, you're very well. I thought we were having connection issues. So I was over there clowning on top of you like, no, Nate, no. And you're like, he keeps killing me, you asshole. I was like, oops, sorry. Didn't mean to highlight that. I just thought it was just the standard last Epoch connection issues. Well, glad I can help you out, Nate. It was funny though, yeah, dude. I'm not gonna lie, Nate. That's probably gonna be one of my upcoming YouTube shorts, man. That was funny as hell. That was funny as hell, man. I'll have the whole intro. We are versing the God, and then I'll just cut straight to Nate. No. Nate, you bastard. Oh man, that was good, bro. That was really good. Have you tried Mage Class yet? Yes, I made a Rune Master, and I played him to about level 17, and then I'm like, no, I want to go back to Paladin. Yeah. I just went right back to Paladin. It's a pure preference thing. The Mage Class is good. The Mage Class is strong. It's really good, but I just like playing Sentinel so much. This happens a lot. I played Paladin, tried out a couple different classes. I played Necromancer for a while, and then I just went back to Paladin, and then I went to Void Knight. Yeah, Mage is good so far, but that fight is a little rough. Yeah, that fight was rough. And to be honest, Nate, you're not the first person who is playing a Mage class that has come in going, man, Lagon's giving me a lot of trouble. You're not the first one. So, Nate, is it actually pronounced Naderade? Because I was calling it Nate Raid. I think Naderade sounds better. I think that's probably what you were going for. Like Gatorade, but Naderade. Yeah, it's Naderade. Okay, cool. Nate Raid. That was the most awkward, like, Nate Raid. Yo, you also do YouTube. Oh. What game do you cover? You've been covering last Epoch, or do you play a motley of games? Some WoW Apex. Okay, let's go see if we can't find you on YouTube. Gatorade Gaming. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm dropping you a subscribe for sure. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is... Me die a lot. Oh, I dropped you a sub. Now I would just do last Epoch, but haven't uploaded in a while and haven't had time. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. Oh, yeah, I dropped you a sub, bro. Yeah, I dropped you a sub. What's... Oh, wait, no. So I read your thumbnail, the Lagon fight, and then I hovered over your Twin Furies Reaper task, and I saw the intro. It's somebody doing like a chest reveal, but they pull up the shirt and it's your face. Oh, that is genius right there. Oh, what is it? Twin Furies Reaper task. Intro to the video. Ah, it's just your face. Oh man, that was great. Okay, I'm just kind of hovering over them right now. The Path of Exile ones. I'll see if I can watch these later. I dropped you a sub. I'll see if I can poke around later. Oh man, that was great. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's just... You're looking forward to trading? I'm looking forward to the aspect of if I'm playing, I'm going to be in the camp of give me better drops. Oh, what? Oh, I hit the wrong button. At 1.0, yeah, I'm gonna be that selfish bastard who gets the better drops for himself and doesn't trade. That's gonna be me. Yeah, the guides are good. Some of them, they'll be like, doesn't require any uniques. And yet the exalted items that they're using, it's kind of hard to find with those affixes, even if you try and build some of them. Like this one calls for 2 crystal swords, and they want both crystal swords to have the melee damage, the melee critical strike damage, chance to shock, chance to shred armor, that sort of thing. I found one. I guess I can mirror it if I want. If I mirrored this, because I'm probably not going to edit this anymore. What? Yeah, I'm probably not going to edit this at all, so I guess I can mirror this. Rune of Creation. Let's try it out. All right, chat. We are doing a Rune of Creation on this crystal sword. Now we got 2 copies. The Rune of Creation is pretty weird. Pretty rare, I should say. But let's try that out. That also means we have 105% critical strike chance. We were getting a lot of damage out of this, and our melee attack speed's gonna go down, so seems all right. I do think this was a little bit more effective. Let's break that down. Let's break that down. All right, let's check some. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and call it right there. We will raid a friend of mine who also is streaming Last Epoch. So anyway, thank you everybody for coming by today. Thank you for the follows, the subscriptions. I really appreciate it. YouTube, you guys are awesome. Thank you for being here as well. Really appreciate it. Naderade, thank you for the follow. Hope to see you guys soon. I'll see if I can squeeze a stream in tomorrow. We got New Year's coming up, so my streaming schedule is probably going to be a little messed up. I also, not only do I work full time, I also drive for Uber on the weekends. Good opportunity to make some extra cash on the side. So anyway, thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate everything that you guys are doing. We're going to go ahead and raid Captain P67. You guys take care. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Cheers. See you guys later.